In this video, I'm going to tell you all about contacts. From the main dashboard, select the Contacts tab and All Contacts. This is a list of all the contacts in this company. There are 48 of them, listed in alphabetical order. Contacts can be entered into Xero in 3 ways. The first way is by importing a CSV file. So once we've clicked on import, we can then download the template file, which will have all the headings of all the columns that Xero will recognise when it's uploaded into Xero. When we import contacts into Xero, they'll all be imported under the All tab. They can't be imported under customers or suppliers. When the contacts have been used on sales invoices, Xero will automatically put them into customers, and when they're used on purchase invoices, they will automatically be put into suppliers. So you can have a contact that is under all and under customers and under suppliers, if that is the case. The second way to enter contacts into Xero is entering the contact name as part of a transaction. So Xero only requires a contact name to set up a new contact. If a name is used as part of a transaction and it's not already in the contacts list, Xero will create a new contact as soon as that transaction is completed. The third way to get contacts into Xero is to use the Add Contact button. So we can see here the details that we can hold against a contact. We can enter the contact name here, and if we want to give it a unique code, we can do. We can also enter the people related to this contact, and we can have more than one person. Then we can enter the address and the telephone numbers. And if we want to set up some default financial details, we can. So we can set up default sales account code and a default tracking option if we have those set up, as well as doing the same for purchases. We can also set up the contact's VAT details, and if we give them a discount, we can put that in here too. If we trade with them in a foreign currency, we can enter the default currency, but this is only available on the premium versions of Xero. If we have a BACS agreement with our bank, we can enter the bank account details of our contact so that when we create a BACS file to send to the bank, it's giving the bank details to send the money to. We can also set up some default invoice settings, and then we just need to save. And I haven't entered any details, so it's saying there's an error occurred. Now, once a contact is set up, maybe only a name was used, we can then select the contact, and using the edit button, we can either amend any details that have already been entered or enter further details in the same way as we looked at before. If we go back to the contacts list here, we can also see that we can create groups of contacts. So we've already got a group set up in this demo company called Training, and it has 10 contacts within it. And these are the contacts that are within that group. This means I can create one sales invoice, and it can then be created for all 10 automatically. So say I'd set up a training event and these 10 contacts had signed up to do the training. So I'm now going to send out an invoice for them to pay for that training. So if I go to Accounts and Sales, and from the New button drop down, I can select the training group, which means the To field is already filled in with training. I can enter all the details, and then I can create 10 separate draft invoices by just typing it out once, and I can send each of those individually to each contact. I'm going back to Contacts and All Contacts now. So once a contact has been created, it can't be deleted. It can only be archived. So that means sometimes we may have 2 or more contacts which are actually the same company. It's just that they've been misspelled or described in a different way. So to show you an example of this, we have Bayside Wholesale and Bayside Club, and they're actually the same company. We've got transactions against Bayside Wholesale and against Bayside Club. So I want to actually keep the name Bayside Club, and I want to merge all the transactional history into Bayside Club, but I want to archive Bayside Wholesale. And to do that, I select Bayside Wholesale, the one that I no longer want, and then I click on the merge button at the top of the list as it whizzes round, and then I have this telling us what will happen: archive Bayside Wholesale and merge transactional history with, and I start typing in the details and I select Bayside Club and click on yes. And now we can see in our list we've only got Bayside Club, and now the history, the transaction history, has been merged into Bayside Club. And if we look at the archive tab, we've got one contact in the archive tab, and that is Bayside Wholesale.